scheme for detection of unknown proteins and unknown carbohydrates. As you people have already completed all the tests for proteins and for different carbohydrates. First we will start with the scheme for detection of unknown carbohydrates. Now we will do the scheme for detection of unknown carbohydrate. First we will do Mollis's test to detect the presence or absence of the carbohydrate in a given solution. If Mollis's test comes negative, then this shows carbohydrates are not present in the solution. And if it comes positive, this shows carbohydrates are present in the solution. To further differentiate between type of reducing or non-reducing sugar, we will do Benedict's test, which will differentiate between reducing and non-reducing sugars. If we get negative test, this means non-reducing sugars are present. That gives us two possibilities, either it is starch or sucrose. For that we will perform iodine test. If blue color is obtained, then this shows that starch is present, and if no color is obtained, this shows that sucrose is present. To further confirm the presence of sucrose, we will hydrolyze the solution and perform Benedict's test on it, which comes positive, as sucrose yields glucose and fructose on hydrolysis, and both are reducing sugars. And to further confirm the presence of fructose, we will do Selivanov test, which will give us cherry red color. If initially Benedict's test comes positive showing reducing sugar, then we have either monosaccharides or disaccharides. To differentiate between them, we will perform Barfoed's test. If precipitate is formed before 7 minutes, this shows monosaccharide is present, and if it is formed after 7 minutes, this shows disaccharide is present. In case of monosaccharides, we have three possibilities, that is either glucose or fructose or lactose is present. To differentiate between these, we do Osa-Zone test. If fluffy ball shaped crystals are formed, this shows the lactose is present, and if needle shaped crystals are formed, either glucose or fructose is present. To differentiate between glucose and fructose, we will do Selivanov's test. In case of glucose, it will not give any color, and in case of fructose, it will give cherry red color. For disaccharides, we will further perform Osa-Zone test, and if fluffy ball shaped crystals are obtained, that shows galactose is confirmed, and if sunflower shaped crystals are obtained, this shows the presence of maltose. In this way, we will differentiate between the type of glucose or fructose or any other sugar present in the given solution by help of this scheme. Now we will do scheme for detection of unknown proteins in a given solution. For detection of unknown proteins, first we will do biuret test that will confirm either protein is present in the solution or not. If biuret test comes positive, this shows that protein is present in the solution. To differentiate the protein further, we will do heat coagulation test, which will come positive in case of albumin and globulin, and it comes negative in case of peptones and gelatin. To differentiate further between these, we will do ammonium sulfate saturation test. In case of albumin, precipitate is obtained on 100% saturation, and in case of globulin, precipitates are obtained at 50% saturation. While if heat coagulation test is negative, we will perform ammonium sulfate saturation test. If precipitate is formed at 50% saturation, this means gelatin is present, and if no precipitate is formed, it means peptone is present in the given solution.